Hello everyone, welcome to a new live stream. So, as you see, we are watching SpaceX's direct feed. So, this launch has been meant to be flown how many times now? I think 3 times. This is its third try at liftoff. So, it's in California in Vandenberg Space Force Base, and yeah, so it should be a nice easy launch. They've 90% go for today, so yeah, hopefully we'll get a nice fast liftoff today. Yeah, they've had complications with the weather, so I'm going to add their sound.
On your screen right now is a live view of the Falcon 9 rocket as it waits for its 7:25 a.m. Pacific time launch from Slick 4 East at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. Today's launch marks SpaceX's 260th launch overall and our 61st launch of the year.
Right.
My name is Zachary Lupin, and I'm an avionics reliability engineer here at SpaceX, joining you from our headquarters about 150 miles southeast of the launch site. In just under 11 minutes from now, we'll be sending the Space Development Agency's second Tranche 0 mission to low Earth orbit. For those of you following along, you'll know we stood down from our last 2 launch attempts. During standard pre-launch checkouts on Thursday morning, one of the first stage engines was not responding as expected. The team worked through that issue during the countdown, but ultimately decided to stand down for the day to take a closer look. Similarly, during yesterday's launch attempt, a valve on the ground support equipment was behaving out of family. After completing checkouts yesterday and verifying the vehicle and ground support equipment is healthy, we're back into the count and not tracking any blockers to launch at this point.
It is looking
As
very...
today's mission is for our customer SDA in support of their overall constellation called the Proliferated Warfighter Space Architecture, or PWSA for short. Along with delivering the SDA's 11 payloads to orbit, SpaceX also designed and built 2 of the mission payloads that will serve as part of the PWSA's tracking layer, which will provide global indications, warning, tracking, and targeting of advanced missile threats, including hypersonic missile systems.
Wow.
The SDA prioritizes speed by leveraging commercial advances and delivering capabilities on 2-year timelines, with the goal of quickly delivering space-based capabilities to support terrestrial missions through development, fielding, and operation of the PWSA.
Very cool.
The payloads on board will allow combatant commands to start to develop their exercise and operational plans around access to data that they can expect to receive from future tranches of their constellation. At just around the T-9 minute mark, the range is ready to support and weather is currently 90% favorable for launch. The vehicle and payload are in good health and tracking towards a T0 of 7:25 a.m. Pacific time.
We are just over 8 minutes away.
At the request of our customer, we will not be sharing any views from the second stage today, and will therefore end the webcast at around the T+8 minute mark, just after Falcon 9 touches back down onto land.
Yeah, so this is a return to launch.
Located at the very top of Falcon 9 on your screen, we have the payload fairing.
Landing.
It measures about 40 feet in length and 17 feet in diameter.
Let's
now,
go.
to put that size into perspective, an average fire truck is about 40 feet long and 12 feet wide, so a fire truck would fit comfortably inside our payload fairing. Now, while on Earth, the fairing's primary job is to protect the payload from contamination, and then at liftoff and through ascent, the fairing will also shield against aerothermal loads and heating. Once we reach the vacuum of space, we will jettison the fairing, and the second stage will continue on its journey to orbit, carrying the payload. The fairing halves supporting today's mission are both flight proven, with one half flying for its 5th time and the other flying for its 8th. Below the payload fairing is the second stage, which is responsible for propelling the payload to its drop-off orbit in space. Now, not only does SpaceX's second stage look similar to the first stage, which is the larger stage below, it also has the same diameter, uses the same metal in the tanks, same computers, same propellant, and nearly the same engine. And this allows us to use similar tooling, design, and systems, which results in greater efficiency and reliability. The first and second stages are connected by the black inner stage, which is the pneumatic pushers that allow stage separation.
I'm sweating. It is so hot here in the UK right now. Like my shed is... where's my thing?
Moving down the rocket, the bottom
25
2/3 of the
degrees
vehicle
in
is
here
the
at the
first
moment.
stage and is the primary part of the rocket that gets
bloody
reused
hot.
multiple times. At the very bottom of the first stage are 9 Merlin M1D engines that accelerate the vehicle.
Oh, actually, what I can show you guys
help it land back on Earth
is, I'm going to turn his volume down. So, behind me, I have some new decals, some new wall stickers. So this one right here is the Falcon 9 that is currently sat doing this with Crew Dragon on it, and then the one next to it is Falcon Heavy. We have Booster 9 sitting on the OLM. We have the Space Shuttle, and we have the Saturn 5, and then all my Prime bottles up there, which, yeah, we got too many of them. But yeah, so that is my thing. But before, oh, whoops, I just hit the microphone. Sorry about that. Before we get into the final count, just want to say, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We are doing a lot more live streams after this week. So I've got lots of KSP2 content coming out. Got some GTA stuff coming out. Shorts, I've got shorts for days now. So the short videos are out there, which are quite cool. So yeah, don't forget to get in touch. Right, let's listen to all this.
You'll see we go straight up until about the T+10 second mark, at which point we begin that shift in orientation so that Falcon 9 can go sideways really fast.
Sideways really fast.
In just a few minutes.
Oh man, I'm knackered. I've literally just rushed over it from
So
my
far, we're
in-laws.
at T-5 minutes and 28 seconds and counting, and all systems are go for an on-time liftoff. The range is currently green, and weather is 90% favorable. Vehicle and payload continue to be healthy. However, if for some reason we're not able to launch today, we do have a backup opportunity tomorrow at the same time.
Oh,
Coming up next, the truss structure next to the
okay.
vehicle, known
There's
as
an
the
aeroplane
Transport
going over top of
Erector,
me.
or TE, will start to retract. The transporter erector is used for rollout and to route propellants and electrical power to the vehicle in preparation for launch. And in
Man.
preparation for retraction, the TE clamps will open. Those clamps are located just below the payload
So
fairing.
these little
The
puppies
transporter
right
erector
here.
will then pull away from the rocket slightly, and then at T0, hydraulics pull the transporter erector even further away from Falcon 9 as it lifts off. And we should see those clamp arms beginning to open just below the payload fairing in about 10 seconds from now.
So literally these little pincers, they just stabilise the top half. Now, if you're wondering what I'm eating, today's little snack is fizzy strawberry
And there you
pencils.
can see those clamp arms opening just below the
I'm actually
payload
shocked
fairing.
the green screen's
At
not
this point in
going
the countdown,
too
both
crazy.
the first and second stages are nearly fully loaded with 1 million pounds of kerosene, fuel, and liquid oxygen or LOX.
Nice.
You may
Oh.
have also noticed the white clouds around the outside of the vehicle, and those clouds are completely normal. During propellant loading, we vent cold gas that forms above the LOX tank surface, and what you're seeing is the result of that cold gas
Oh, my
coming into
arm's
contact
getting
with the
wally.
warmer California air and condensing.
Here we go, here we
You
go,
should
here
now
we
be able to see the
go.
transporter erector beginning to retract away from the Falcon 9 rocket.
Right, I'm just going to bring my microphone slightly further forward. We're going to have
Both
it
first
there.
stage and second stage
No,
should finish loading
that's in the way.
about a minute apart from each other. The first stage finishes up at the T-3 minute
There
mark,
we go.
and the
That's
second
better.
stage at T-2
Right.
minutes. At T-60 seconds, Falcon 9 will be in startup, and this means that the rocket's autonomous internal flight computers will have taken over the launch countdown. And just inside of T-2 seconds, we light the Merlin 1D engines, and then we're set for liftoff.
It's going to be so weird not seeing
Okay,
the
go on,
second
lock close,
stage. Like, the second stage is normally, like, we always get to see it. But- Oh,
And there you heard that call out that stage 1 LOX loading is complete.
I thought he said no-go. He say no-go or pogo? Okay,
The
that
SDA
was...
Tranche 0 payload continues to be healthy, and the Falcon 9 team is currently tracking no issues on the rocket, so let's continue to listen in to the terminal count.
Do you know, it's crazy actually how big. Like, you look at this and you think, damn, that's big. But the booster from Starship is the same height as that. Actually, with the hot ring stage, it'd be slightly bigger. So like this just seems really small now. Now that we've seen Booster 9, you know, it's crazy. It's starting to brighten up over there. Damn. Let's go, baby. Light this candle.
Stage 2 LOX load complete.
And there's that call out that Stage 2 LOX loading is complete. Coming up at the T-minus 1 minute mark, Falcon 9 will be in startup, and this means that the vehicle's flight computers have taken over in preparation for launch.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Vehicle gas closeouts.
Jeez, I'm tired. Look at that. So basically, what they're doing right there, they're purging normally liquid nitrogen through the plumbing to make sure there's no like excess gas still in them and stuff like that. Make sure it's not blocked with ice.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
There we go.
And there's that call out that Falcon 9 is in startup. Next will be the final go given by the launch director.
Come on.
LD is go for launch.
Nice.
At T-minus 40 seconds, all systems are go for launch of Falcon 9 and the Space Development Agency's second Tranche 0 mission. So let's sit back and watch as Falcon 9 heads into space.
So we're about 45 seconds behind real life because it's just turned 25 minutes past. That's not bad actually for something that's live, and it's only a couple of 30 seconds behind or so.
15 seconds.
Oh.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7.
Come on, baby. You can do it.
4, 3.
There's a deluge.
1. Ignition. Engines full power. And liftoff of Space Development Agency 0B.
Nice.
Go SDA.
Oh, look at that.
Stage 1 propulsion is normal. Equals pitching downrange.
I just love the noise of this rocket. It's so industrial, if that makes sense. Well, look at that, it's going through all the clouds. There you go, and we're through the clouds. It's doing its roll program. Is it just...
We're now T-plus 40 seconds into the Space Development
There you
Agency's
go.
second Tranche 0 mission.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Falcon 9 has throttled down to prepare for Max Q, which should occur within the next 30 seconds or so. And Max Q is the point at which the vehicle experiences the greatest amount
Look
of
at that
dynamic
beautiful
aerodynamic pressure
clouds.
as it ascends through the Earth's atmosphere.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
That is some beautiful, beautiful clouds. It really is. Oh, we're not going to see like fairing deploy or anything like that. We're not even going to see...
And there's that call out for Max Q, and everything is looking good with the rocket's trajectory so far.
Oh, man.
Now we have 5 events coming up in rather quick succession, and these are MECO, stage separation, stage 1 flip, SES-1, and then the boost back burn. MECO, also known as main engine cutoff, is when we shut down all 9 Merlin 1D engines on the first stage. Stage separation is when the first and second stages separate from one another, and this is followed by stage separation when the first stage will flip over and conduct a boost back burn to fly back towards land. SES-1, or second engine start 1, is when we ignite the single Merlin vacuum engine on the second stage. Now, as a reminder, we won't be showing any views of our second stage today at the request of our customer. We should
Look at
be
that.
seeing MECO in just about 15 seconds from now.
Down. Oh, wow. Oh, they got the shorter nozzle. It has got the shorter nozzle. That looks ugly.
Go.
Stage separation confirmed.
Quite shocked they're showing that, actually.
And then back startup.
So they're just going to keep it on this.
Back startup.
And there you heard and maybe even saw those events that happened back to back, including MECO, or main engine cutoff, stage separation, stage 1.
That
flip,
is mad. Look.
one, and
Look at the second stage just buggering off.
burn. At the moment, the boost back burn is
That
in
is
progress
mad.
and will last for another 15 seconds or so. And while that burn is in progress, we are expecting to hear the call out for fairing separation. And as a reminder, at the request of our customer, we won't be broadcasting fairing separation, but we should still have audio confirmation of it.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there's that call out confirming fairing separation. Coming up in just a few moments, we should have the completion of the boost back burn on the first stage.
Come on. So look at the speed. The speed is right down. And then all of a sudden it just starts speeding up again.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
And with the boost back burn done, our first stage is now headed back to Earth and will be attempting its land landing in just a few minutes. One of the nice things about land landings is we're not subject to ocean weather, and it's pretty convenient to land the first stage right next to where it lifted off. However, our ability to execute a land landing is really dependent upon the customer's needs.
Both vehicles are following a nominal trajectory.
Their mission trajectory and performance needed by the satellite determines if we can return to land. In order to complete today's land landing, the first stage has 2 more burns left. Next up is the entry burn, which will help to slow the stage down as it re-enters the upper part of the Earth's atmosphere.
Nice.
If you're just joining us, we just had successful liftoff of Falcon 9 and the Space Development Agency's second Tranche 0 mission. As the mission name suggests, today's customer is the SDA, or Space Development Agency. After an on-time liftoff, we had successful main engine cutoff, stage separation, stage 1 flip, second engine start 1, boost back burn, and fairing separation from the second stage. We're
That
now
just
coming
looks
up on the
mad.
second burn on our first stage today, the entry burn, which should start in just over a minute from now.
Oh wow, look at that. That is so cool. All the ice floating around. Joy, you can actually see it. It's slightly burnt where the engine comes out and then lights and basically hits directly into this top bit.
You're currently seeing live views of our Falcon 9 first stage as it descends back to Earth, and from time to time some of these views may show the hypersonic grid fins. Not currently on your screen. These hypersonic grid fins help steer the vehicle during descent as we re-enter Earth's atmosphere.
Signal, Baja, Mexico.
There you go, there's the grid
And there
fins.
you now see those grid fins. Coming up in just a few moments, we should
That is
have the
ice
stage
cold.
1 entry burn startup.
So it's weird, like literally
Just continue to follow a nominal trajectory.
it's just over the land. You can see the outline. So this should now straight us out. You're going fast.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And there's that call out.
So I
for
think
the
it goes
stage 1
down
entry
to
burn
like
startup, where we light
3,000 something.
the engines at the bottom of the Falcon 9 first stage as it descends back to Earth. And this burn will last just a few moments.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
Oh,
Stage
4,000,
one
okay.
has saved.
And there's that confirmation of stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
It's so cool how they use these just to guide them.
As a reminder, we'll be ending our webcast after Falcon 9 lands, and we won't be sharing any views from our second stage at the request of our customer. Coming up in about, in just a few moments.
Oh,
from now,
wow,
we
it's
should
getting
have
very
the
rocky.
landing burn startup on the Falcon 9 first stage.
I don't think we're going to see the landing.
Stage 1 transonic.
My God, look at that. It is shaking. Oh. Oh, wow, look at that. We're going to lose signal. Ready? No, landing burn.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Oh, look
And
at
there's
that.
Confirmation of landing burn start. This burn
Oh,
will last just around 15
beautiful.
seconds or so.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Oh, look at that. Look, it's just too easy.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And there you have confirmation of landing of our Falcon 9 vehicle. This was the 13th launch and landing of this booster and our 222nd overall successful recovery of an orbital class rocket, including both Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy first stage landing.
Is it on fire? I think there's a little bit of fire.
At the request of our customer, we are
It's gone
concluding
now.
our webcast coverage early today. We want to thank the Space Development Agency for entrusting us with today's launch, and a special thanks to the Range and the Federal Aviation Administration for licensing support. With today's launch, this marks SpaceX's 61st launch of 2023, matching last year's annual record with still 4 months to go before the end of this year. Congrats to the SpaceX and
That's
Falcon team
crazy.
for this record-breaking year. And if you're looking for some added excitement this weekend, please tune in for our next Starlink launch set to lift off from Pad 39A in Florida at 7:50 p.m. Eastern Sunday evening. The SpaceX and NASA teams are also looking to bring home the Crew 6 astronauts after a 6-month stay at the International Space Station, just as soon as weather is favorable. We'll bring you live coverage of their departure from the orbiting laboratory, as well as their return to Earth when they splash down off the coast of Florida. And as always, our team is making progress with Starship down in Texas, getting ready for our second flight test of a fully integrated Starship.
They're teasing it.
On x.com/SpaceX for updates. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
They are teasing Starship so much. It's so annoying. But there we go, guys. That is a nice, quick... I love the Falcon 9. I just love how they've made it so routine. They've just made it, you know, it just goes up, it comes back down, you know, that's it. Rapidly reusable rockets are 100% cooler than any throwaway rocket. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I'm Lee. Fly safe, land safer. See you guys in the next one. Bye.